for drivers to call who own a vehicle that is less than 10 years old for a free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number is 800-547-5262. Drivers who are covered with this auto protection will not have to pay for a covered repair again. This is the auto coverage now sweeping across America at a fraction of what dealerships charge and is now available to the public by calling today. The number to call is 800-547-5262. 800-547-5262. That's 800-547-5262.
Back to What's Cooking Today, CRN Digital Talk Radio and 1510 Talk from the Spa in Southern California, our flagship station. I'm Michael Horn. That is Paul Stern. What's cooking in your world? Food, wine, restaurant, travel, entertainment. Joining us on the broadcast now from New Orleans, our buddy Chef Paul Prudhomme is here. Chef Paul, welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, and it's always good to have you on the show. What's cooking springtime in New Orleans? Give us some ideas on some menu items you've got hopping there in the championship home of the New Orleans Saints.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great time because everything changed since the Saints won. It's just amazing, and it's really wonderful. And you know, the season hadn't quite started yet with the new stuff, but we always use fresh, whatever we can find, everyday food, and so we don't have freezers in the restaurant. As a matter of fact, we don't even have any ice cream because we don't have a freezer to put it in.
And that's you want to be fresh when you have things. In other words, everything coming in, you're looking to see what's available, what's fresh, and then you get that out from whoever delivers that right to the table. Correct?
Absolutely, and what we're getting now is great flounder. We're getting great salmon, and so you know, that's some of the things that we're doing now. That you know, that's really in, and it really is wonderful, and it's fresh, and it's dynamite.
So flounder and salmon. Now, where is the salmon coming from fresh?
It's coming from it's coming from the Gulf of Mexico and from the East Coast. And so they air it over here. Actually, they fly it all over the country, and so it arrives. It arrives sort of frozen, but not. And it's really wonderful. It really is. It's just at 32, 30, 31, 30 degrees, and it's just absolutely wonderful.
How do you know, Chef Paul Prudhomme is with us, everybody, from K. Paul's in New Orleans, and how do you know, Chef Paul, when you go into a restaurant, wherever it may be, that someone's really giving you something fresh? Is it noted on the menu? Is it on the board? I mean, obviously everything we get at your place is fresh because you don't have freezers, you're not getting frozen stuff and thawing it out, but how does the average consumer know when they walk into their everyday restaurant?
Well, I think it's really simple because I think the taste is a huge amount different when it's fresh, when it has not been frozen for any amount of time. And so I think that if a customer knows what fresh is and knows what frozen is, it's very simple for them. I mean, they take a bite of it and they'll tell you right now that it's been frozen.
Okay, so you can tell by the taste. That's the key factor.
Absolutely.
And what about now, you serve just seafood then at your restaurant there in New Orleans, or what else do you serve?
Oh, we do everything. We got great steaks, and you know, we do just an enormous amount of, because we're doing something every day differently, or whatever we can get. You know, I mean, it just rotates constantly.
So you have a huge job on finding out what is fresh, getting that in, so you can just put in the refrigerator, bring it out, and prepare it for the meal, and then you're getting ready to go right after that.
Well, you think of it this way. We've been doing this for 32 years, and almost 32 years, 31 something. And so we've got purveyors, we got fishermen that bring stuff to us. We got, you know, and so it makes it really simple for us because we've been doing it so long, and we're willing to pay the price. I mean, sometimes we're paying a lot more than frozen is, but it doesn't matter to us. You know, what we want is the best there is for our customers.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone, as Michael Jordan, who hosts our What's Cooking on Wine show, because he's an old restaurateur himself, and so we were talking a little bit about how steakhouses can make it, because the price of meat fluctuates so much. There's a very slim profit margin for the restaurant there, isn't it, when you get down to it, if you're just doing steaks?
There is, but the price is stronger. So, in other words, the dollars are stronger. So it makes it. In other words, if I'm doing a piece of fish, I'll just give you an example. I'm doing a piece of fish, and it's $10.
Right.
And I get a piece of meat, and it's 20 or 25. And so I can make a least a margin on the steak than I can on the fish. So that works.
So it does work out in the end. Then everything kind of balances out.
Yeah, it does, because let's say the fish you get 10 cents off of it.
Right.
And the steak you get 6 cents off of it, but you got 2 times 6 plus because of more money.
Gotcha. All right, I got you. All right, so it makes sense. It does work out. That's how they stay in business.
You end up with 14 instead of 10.
And we had our mathematical lesson today, ladies and gentlemen, from the famed Chef Paul Prudhomme. We love him. All right, so everything going well in New Orleans, Chef Paul?
Everything is really great since the guys won when the Saints won. Everything changed. It's just amazing, because I think what happened is the whole area and the United States realized that we wasn't underwater anymore.
We love you for that. All right, take us out of the segment, Chef Paul. Take us out.
All right, good cooking, good eating, good loving. We love you guys.
Does your furnace need repair? Your house need cleaning? Or maybe you're ready to update your kitchen? Big or small, whatever your home improvement need, now it's easy